Welcome back for another video. Today we are going through 50 tips and tricks you may not know in Ark. Let's get straight into it. You can attach a torch to a saddle. Select your torch in your inventory, hover over the saddle and click select, and then equip the saddle to your creature. A male character has a faster attack speed than a female character, which is probably more beneficial for PvP, but it can still benefit you in PvE also. An Oviraptor can steal wyvern eggs without any aggro from the wyverns. All you have to do is drop him in the nest, get him to follow you over the nest, and he will pick up the egg and you can just grab him and get out straight away. Daedons will take years to eat their food that's in their inventory. However, if you just fly out of render distance and fly all the way back again, the Daedon will have eaten all of the food in the inventory. Having a fishnet equipped will make your footsteps silent. Whenever a Tuso has a creature grappled, every attack it deals to that creature will heal the Tuso by around 300 HP a hit. As you can see in this video clip, the Tuso went from about 18,080 health to about 18,360 health. With a female mate boosted Procoptodon, baby dinos within the pouch will receive a reduced food consumption rate and will double the amount of affinity earned from imprinting when in the pouch. From the clip you can see only got 4% on a baby not in the pouch and a 9% affinity with a baby in the pouch. If a tame dino or enemy dino gets stuck in a bear trap, you can use a plant species Z, throw it down on the bear trap to get them out straight away. You do not need lava to breed magmasaurs. All you need is 2 fire wyverns. After enable mating, you want to hop on your fire wyvern, use all the fire breaths he has, switch onto your other wyvern and do the same, and rinse and repeat until they have completed mating. The Mesopithecus is quite a strong PvP shoulder pet. When it throws poo off your shoulder, it will deal health and torpor damage. But the main plus point is that it will stop the use of medical brews. The target will not be able to heal until the poo debuff is over. You don't need to trap a rock golem to tame it. All you need is a Pteranodon. Make sure it's on passive, make sure it's on the highest follow distance possible. Grab the golem's aggro, make sure you're high enough above its head, near where you want your cannon placed. Dismount, and the golem will hold aggro on your Pteranodon while you pound him in the face with cannonballs. Putting a Shadowmane to sleep can regain a nice portion of its health back extremely quickly. When ambushed by Troodons, if you hit them with a torch, they do not like fire at all. It will make them run away. The Mammoth can be a great taming aid, being able to pick up smaller creatures and throw them around into traps or taming pens, or being able to hold those creatures in its trunk for your tribe mates to trank out. If you cryopod a buried Palovia and throw it back out, it will not have cryosickness. The raw ability on a mate boosted male Shadowmane can buff all nearby Shadowmanes and other creatures. They will recover 50 stamina and torpor per second and have their movement speed increased by 50%. These effects also work on survivors, and this buff even includes flyers. Consuming rare flowers can make any passive flea creature easy to tame, as it will make every creature in the area, even if passive, aggressive to you. They do stack, so if you need them running for longer, you can eat a bunch of them. As you can see from my disastrous situation in this video clip, it could not have been any tougher to get this guy in the trap, but with a rare flower we did it successfully. When a baby is demanding care, you can cryopod them to potentially change the care demand. A lot of the time you do get kibbles and you don't have them, so all you have to do is cryopod them, throw them back out again. There is a high chance it will give you something easier to do. After mating anglerfish or mantas, you can ignore the mating interval, pop down a fish basket, stick them in it, throw them back out and just get them to mate again. The Yutyrannus Fearoar makes affected targets take more damage. This can be utilised while taming, as they will take more torpor damage, and you can save on your tranks, as it takes less shots to knock them out. Wyvern Milk is a very strong consumable in the game. Not only will it heal you for a good amount of hit points, it will grant 787 hypothermal insulation, which can even stop you from dying in Ragnarok's Death Snow, which is by far the coldest biome in the whole game. It can cure you or give you immunity to any disease in the game, and if consumed or force-fed to a tame creature, it gives immunity to any creatures that deal bleed attacks in the game. You can charge a tech suit in irradiated water on the Aberration map. With the Ichthyornis, aka the most annoying creature in the game, you can enable the ability to hunt and retrieve on it. It will give you the chance of getting raw prime fish meat once hunting fish. Raw prime fish meat is quite an annoying resource to gather, even when you're at endgame, so these guys can make it ridiculously easy to potentially find some of that for you. And from anything like a Dodo, Lystrosaurus, Compy or Pegamastix, which will potentially give you raw prime meat once harvested. They make for handy shoulder pets. You can fill a canteen in the dino's inventory. For it to work, all you need is your dino to be touching water. You can access a Cenomicrop's inventory and Scream abilities while it is perched on your shoulder. You can do this by pressing and holding the same key that you use to pick all up from the ground. Honey can be used to calm a lead when aggressively harassing your raft. All you need is Honey Quick Slide in any of your quick slots. You use it and throw it off the raft. And that is how you calm the big boy. Ravagers. While not being that large of a creature, they have an extremely high base weight for a creature of their size. It has unique qualities that give weight reduction on a lot of heavy resources. They have 50% weight reduction on all of these resources, so they are extremely good to transfer things around your base. Otters are extremely good at incubating eggs if you have enough of them, and level up their melee stat. They are much better than Dimetrodons. Because of their size, they don't take up a lot of space at all. The Mammoth has a taunt ability which is quite a unique one. It will reduce the melee damage of any target affected with the Intimidated debuff, which also works on bosses. If stood in water, it can spray itself with water and its rider, and can also hold water in its trunk for when you need it later on. This water spray ability can also cancel the burning effects of various breath attacks in the game. The Arthropleura's bite attack can do a considerable amount of damage to metal and tech structures. You can regain your Griffin stamina while riding the passenger seat in the air. The Anklo and Doedicurus can also harvest a rock golem corpse for all its riches. We all know the wide variety of creatures the Argentavis can pick up. However, it can also pick up smaller creatures in its mouth. When you land, the Argy will keep the creature in its mouth, which makes taming certain creatures, like the otter for example, ridiculously easy. You can input custom GPS coordinates while having your map out. All you have to do is press the same key that you press when picking up all items off the floor. The otter can hold more than one of the same artifact in their inventory at the same time. Creatures suffering from cryosickness take 10 times the amount of normal damage they take. However, they will also take 10 times healing damage when using the Tech Phase pistol. With a Reaper King, you can jump while spin attacking or spit attacking. If you time it correctly, while holding the jump button, press the attack buttons as soon as you let go of the jump button. If you have a bed placed on the top floor of a building, you can lay on the bed and be able to see 360 degrees around the outside of your building. This is great for PvP, I used to use this all the time. You can tell that if a cryopodic creature has a saddle on it just from looking at the weight stacked when hovering over the cryopod. A creature with a saddle will have 20 weight on the cryopod stats, whereas a creature without a saddle will be at 0 weight. Paint can be used to hide your structures. You can cancel a Pteranodon spin attack by landing mid-animation. This will stop all momentum dead. Can be very useful in PvP. For example, you can spin attack, change momentum, and then instantly pick someone if needed. The Pelagornis is great for fishing. You can use its saddle as a fishing platform, so you can land wherever you want and fish at your leisure. The pump action shotgun will take 3 years to reload while in first person. However, in third person, it reloads a clip instead of the bullets singly, so it reloads about 10 times as quickly. Using the Managama's Ice Breath range attack has more range in first person than it does in third person, and it will deal slightly more damage. You can see from the clip, without moving at all, I could not hit the Daedon in third person. Switching to first person instantly starts getting hit markers on the Daedon. Cryopodic creatures gain 5% more passive XP. In this video clip, my Allosaurus went into the cryo fridge with 16 level ups, left him in the fridge for probably 2 to 3 months, and it's gained a lot more level ups from just sitting in the cryopod in the fridge. The Diplocaulus can be ridden underwater and be used as a portable oxygen source at the cost of the creature's oxygen stat. It's a great method if you have no access to scuba gear and stuff. You can still explore underwater. They are extremely quick and can outrun most aquatic predators. Alpha predators cannot harvest corpses, therefore it makes them ridiculously easy to kill. They will be 100% focused on trying to eat the corpse, so you can get pretty close and just pound them with bullets or whatnot. You can use an Equus saddle to craft a lasso, and we've all been there. We've knocked our creature in the water and we can't do anything about it. However, with this guy and the lasso, you can get your inner Indiana Jones out, latch onto the creature you knocked out and drag it out of the water or drag it to a safe place to tame. Incredibly, you can even drag creatures the size of a quetz. All shoulder pets, minus the vulture, have a 50% weight reduction for anything in their inventory while on your shoulder. The Sinomacrops is different to the rest. We just pick up the Jabber just to try it out. We've got simple bullets in him, weighing 10 in his inventory. I'm currently weighing 0. If I pick him up, there's only 5 weight on me, so it's half the weight of those bullets in his inventory. However, if we use the Sinomacrops in this way, bullets already weigh half the weight in their inventory, and when you pick them up on your shoulder, it only weighs 2.5 in my inventory. So if my maths are correct, they basically have 75% weight reduction for anything in their inventory while on your shoulder, which is pretty insane. So the best way to make cemented paste or farm it in the game is through the Achatina and its passive ability to create it over time. It will create about 100 cement paste in its inventory every hour. You'll have to take it out for it to make more. All you need to do is enable wandering and stick it in a cage and it will do this for you. They do also drop snail drop-ins, which is Achatina paste also. So when pairing this with a gacha, every time the snail poops cementing paste, the gacha will pick it up. What I like to do is have 3 cages. The more snails the better. 1 on enable wandering and the other 2 on disable wandering, just so they don't mate over and over again. Of course, you get the 100 over time from the 1. Just make sure you ram a lot of stone in the gacha beforehand so they don't eat the cemented paste. After leaving my gachas do their thing for a couple of hours, they all collected around 250 Achatina paste. That's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully it's helpful to you all, and if it was, please feel free to like, comment, share and subscribe. It does help me out massively. Thanks again, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.